So, if you didn't already know, we live on our boat with our baby. She's 10 months old at this point, and we wanted to make a video talking about how we do baby on a boat and to name off 5 of the best products that we find for kind of minimalistic baby life on a boat. Recently we built baby gates because the baby really likes to come over and see what we're doing if we're down in the hull. So, these baby gates keep her out and keep her safe. See, that would have been a fall down the stairs. Yes, because you're a little bit clumsy still. We built it so that this bar keeps it sturdy across the top, but we have 2 locks on the back side that she will never be able to reach until she's way grown up and can handle stairs on her own. So we have a baby life jacket designed especially for infants, and we use this anytime we go on the dinghy, or if we're outside and we're underway and it's rough and she's anywhere out of the cockpit, we are safe. We don't take any chances. While we're underway and she's inside the salon, she doesn't need the life jacket. And she doesn't really mind it all that much. She didn't like it when she was smaller, but now it fits her a little bit better and she's okay with it. One of the things I like about our cockpit that is more prevalent on older catamarans and you don't see on new catamarans is that the cockpit floor here does not go out to the transom. A lot of the new cats, this is all one smooth area that goes right out to the transom swim ladder, and that would make us a lot more nervous for her to be out in the cockpit at all. So that's because of the risk of her falling in the ocean. So here she's rather enclosed and safe. So eventually the baby will sleep in her own room, and that room is the port side V-berth, and we have refit that to be a baby room. Right now, the sheets are set up for a guest who's coming. The things we have remaining to do for this room are we're going to put a leak cloth at the end of the V-berth here so she can't crawl out, and we're going to install a baby cam up in the corner to keep an eye on her while she's sleeping.
This is where we keep the baby stuff packed full. Her clothes, her bows, her socks and shoes, blankets, burp cloths, and then a bunch of other stuff.
So this is our bed, and when we sleep at night, the baby sleeps next to us. When she was younger, she used the docket top, but she has outgrown that now, and she sleeps on a little foam mattress. And that's the baby bed. She sleeps through the night pretty much every single night. I'd like to think that maybe living on the boat and the boat's movements help with that. So, with regard to the baby changing station, we have one in the bathroom. As part of our work in progress head renovation here, we built a cabinet space that ended up being the perfect spot to do the baby changings. And underneath, we keep all the baby changing paraphernalia, like diapers and wipes, swimming diapers, and all sorts of baby product. So with regard to making bottles, we have a Dr. Brown's bottle warmer. It can heat up 8 ounces of cold refrigerated milk in 5 minutes with steam over here. It doesn't use that much power, all things considered. And we have a baby bottle rack over here. So this is kind of how we manage it. It's a little bit of an indulgence, but it also makes life a lot easier. So one of the things about having a baby around is that you pretty much have to keep the floor super clean, otherwise the baby will go around and pick up every little thing on the floor and put it in her mouth, which is not something that we want happening. So we have this thing. It's a hand sweeper that we use to kind of quickly pick up the floor. So for the most part, the dog puts up with the baby. Sometimes the dog gets annoyed and will excuse herself to another part of the boat, but they seem to get along well. The biggest problem with having a dog on the boat is that the baby wants the dog food and water. So to go international with the baby, we actually got Kira a little baby passport that's got her little picture in it and everything. So when it comes to being out in the sun, we have hats and sunglasses that we can use to keep the baby safe, because babies are particularly sensitive to too much sun exposure. And she looks super cool with their sunglasses on, right? We also have a car seat with us on board, and whenever we go into town somewhere where you don't have a car, we can take an Uber and then stick this in the Uber. It's a bit of a pain, but it's the only way to really get around with the baby in the US and not have your own car. And typically we just keep this in the V-berth when we're not using it.
I wanted to add that we also use something called a pack and play. It's like a playpen for when we're offshore. I can put her in there if I have to help Ryan outside, and she'll be safe. Through research and trial and error, I found great minimalistic baby products that are good for people with limited space. First item is a foldable high chair. This high chair is really good because it doesn't take up much floor space. It clips onto different tables and it can fold away really small. The Dakota was given to us by a cruising couple in the Bahamas while I was pregnant. I'm so glad they did because we used it so much. Our third product is this foldable bathtub. It's nice because we don't have a tub on the boat and it folds nice and flat and comes with an infant seat for when they are young babies. This minimalistic baby jumper is nice to have because you can fold it up nice and small and it doesn't weigh much. I just put a little mat down and she has so much fun. I chose the Zoli Stroller because it's light and folds up small. It reclines and has an extended shade, which is nice for a small stroller. I bought the bag for it so the stroller doesn't get all salty on the dinghy rides.
And that's how we've been doing baby on a boat. It's a learning process, but we figured we'd share if any other people are either in a situation where you have a baby on a boat or need to be somewhat minimalistic with the way you live with your baby. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.